numbers. It's pretty sweet. Alrighty, perfect. Okay, so let's go over. There it is. Let's go over some headlines here over the weekend, and obviously futures. So as you guys can see, Wall Street futures and European stocks tumbled over fears of an aggressive interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve. In Asian markets, Japan's Nikkei and Chinese stocks ended lower following the U.S. inflation data. The dollar gained and gold prices fell. Oil prices slipped amid uncertainty over COVID-19 related lockdowns. The Fed tries to thread the needle in forecasting a quote unquote softish landing. U.S. Federal Reserve officials beset on ongoing high inflation and amid a weakening growth picture will lay out on Wednesday. Sorry. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Don't leave us alone. I'm not gonna leave you. You're okay. It's all right. I'll hold you. I'm just reading out. I'm on YouTube as well. Anyway, so Wednesday, okay, when we know what happens when the Fed talks, right? The market stops. So think about this, okay, really quickly, because I'm going to stop and just break off. The fear, the market is always thinking ahead, okay? The fear is already here and been reacted to. So what is the market looking forward to now, right? Or if there's not much to look forward to, then the possibility of what? What do we always see before these meetings? At least on Tuesdays going into Wednesday. Indecision and chop. Now, what does a wide gap down give us? An area to range trade within. So if you're a trending trader, make sure that you are honest with yourself. Who cares if you can't trade that type of move? You trade it when you see it, and the high probability setup is there. I'm just throwing that out there, just for something to think about, chew on for a second. Did you see the TikTok article about it affecting your daughter was right? My daughter's always right. One time, here's a funny story. One time there was, I had a bull and a bear toy, and I would hand it to her. That's how we used to do these, like way back when she was a baby. And one time I handed it to her, and she these are not like toys either. These are like model, like like the expensive like figurines you can. So like they're like heavier plastic, and she threw the bear and hit me in the regions, and I'm telling you that thing like. I probably should have gone. I maybe should have gone to the hospital. I think I was on the ground instantly for minutes, and then like a day later, I lost 13 grand. On Trump's tweet about no stimulus. So I had that's when I started taking her prediction seriously, because she was telling me by throwing that bear that I was about to get. Yeah, trying to keep it PG, but yeah, that was that was the start of the greatness of the journey. She knows. She knows. She was trying to warn me. She didn't know how to talk at that point, so that's right. Yeah, I didn't want. I have two kids. I'm done. So whatever. Major crypto lender Celsius, as you guys have heard, freezes withdrawals, sending the crypto market into the dumpy. We saw freezing withdrawals because of extreme market conditions, which was kind of funny because it wasn't that extreme until they made it extreme. In the latest signs of pressure on the sector from tumbling crypto markets. Tesla is obviously going after the 3-to-1 stock split they proposed on Friday, making its shares more affordable following the recent sell-offs of the most vulnerable automaker. Dutch watchdog says Apple to offer payment methods in dating websites. Thanks for that news. And BlackRock extends the AGM vote choice to make equity index clients, or to make more equity index clients. BlackRock, the biggest asset manager, said that its clients owning nearly half of its 4.1 trillion in equity index assets were now free to control how votes are cast in their annual meetings. Alrighty, Well, that is it for the news. Now on to the watch list. We've got Rivian and we've got Meta. I did that backwards, but you know what I mean. So we've got Rivian here with a daily bear flag, bit of a head and shoulders on the hourly time frame. We swung into today. So that being said, we are also at our dynamic support trend line, which could give us a little bit of trouble. Right now, I have the next target at $26. If you swung Rivian, okay, here's how this is going to go for me. Because at the end of the day, perspective. I have made a lot of money. I'm going to continue to make money. And if this, I'm going to take profit on at least half of my position on Rivian. All right. But I am still short. And so until I see a sign or signs of a reversal, I am holding until we hit $26. Okay. That is the biggest support that I see across the board. I will mark that out for you so you can see it for yourself. There it is. Big rejections, big dumps, big bounces, big bounces. And so I believe that we are heading down to that $26 level. Key levels, that's right. SPY doesn't have earnings, brother. Not sure if you're joking. Wait, is that a question? No. No, I don't think so. No, not for that. You can go, yeah, you can go and look. Um, so sorry. No, you're good. I just read what your question was. So, and then I just got a DM as well on Discord. But what was the next one? Okay. So anyway, Rivian, that's the plan on this one. Facebook, guys, if it's not broken, we're not going to fix it. This thing has literally been just great to trade. If you swung, I know there's somebody out there. I know you're out there, and I know you're listening to me right now. Take profit. That's what I would do. I do. It's not even, again, not worth disclosing because of the risky things that I do on my own. I keep to myself for a good reason. I did exit all of my positions on Meta. I had one runner. I left it. I'm going to take profit on it, and I'm going to be looking at the next trade. Inevitably, I think that there is a possible move down. Let's go take a look at where pre-market highs and lows are. So pre-market highs right now for Facebook are 173, 173.92 or one. So when you see something like that, what's the truth of it is it's 174. Okay, that's a psychological number. And then the pre-market lows are 170.80. At the moment, I have one micro leg down to 169. So I'm telling you right now, I am not trading the bell. I'm not doing it. I may be tempted to do it, but I'm not going to do it. Simply because of the fact that, well, that we dumped so hard, and I want to see what we're heading into. If we immediately go into a consolidation phase, I think we'll see that and feel that in the price action. So I hope to God I did. Did I hit it? Yeah, okay, I hit it. Okay, cool. What's up? I swung SPY puts. EV Pop Fricino. I feel like I messed that up terribly, but I swung SPY puts on Thursday for 530%. Wish I bought more on Friday. It just, I know it's hard, man, but you have to try to focus on the good stuff, man. You will, one thing that you must accept is that you will never catch the absolute top every single time or the absolute bottom, or you won't TP at the absolute perfect time. One of the things that I learned early on and took with me forever is to trade the chart, not the contract. Because if I take a position, we signaled 185 puts here, right? Right at this engulfment candle at the top. So we caught an amazing average and we were able to do a lot with it. But you can either right? And so we had a support line that we played to, and the target of 180. And so like you can play the contracts, right? And probably take profit at 100%. And that's fine, right? That's totally fine. But if you're playing the chart and you're looking at the price action, you're going to be reacting different. You're going to react different than if you were to be holding an actual contract and looking at your P&L. And so if you're not in a position that allows you to play the chart, you're in the wrong thing. It's that simple, for me anyway. So keep that in mind as well. But for Facebook, guys, I think there is the possibility for the initial gap fill if by some chance we broke and held, and listen to me, it has to be an hourly candle. It has to be an hourly candle close below 168 or 170 really, but 168 would be better. If we hourly candle close there, then I have a target of the 150s, which I think is going to get hit. Meta will go to 150, I think. But the initial impulse move, I believe, will be up. And if anything, remember what I talked about levels being retested? And if they don't get retested, what will happen? Usually the retest is quite violent or quite enthusiastic, if you will. So that's something to keep in mind as well. We do have a lot of untested supports that were broken, even as high as 180. So I will be watching for all of those things. But at the end of the day, we're only going to make money today by reacting to the market, not by all of these fancy predictions. We can respect them. We are looking at these key levels. We're looking at the analysis and the structure that we're trading within, and we're making decisions based on the live price action that is happening in front of us. So, but anyway, that's it. I heard Manny's mic. There it is. Yes. That dude, that was like it briefly reminded me of the WWE. Like when everybody walks out and their music starts playing. That was dope. You should have that. That should be every day.
I gotta get a neutral song.
That kid's vibing, dude.
Or I kid bad with it. That kid's big here.
That's awesome. When do you anticipate Rivian to hit 20? Well, $26. I think today. I think, but I will be trading live and letting you guys know when I decide to take profit on it. But let me also say this: if the position loses value, okay, or goes back to zero, my expiration is fine. I'm probably going to hold the remainder of those positions. If you're not comfortable with that and you do not have the same long downside target that I do, um, or you don't know how to read the chart quite yet and see what I see, then make a decision for yourself, okay? Because if it's money, it's money, and it's money, and it's yours, so take it. All right. That's it for me, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and let Manny uh, give you guys some insight, and then what time is it? Damn, it's still so early. I've been
Yeah.
I've been on live since like 7, I think, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys in just a second.
So before we talk about stocks, talk about gold. Talk about gold.
Hmm.
All right, let's digest gold for a little bit. I'm gonna screen share. Those of you that ever want to trade gold, here's the chance to
Oh,
what I see.
hold on. Let me click on this so that TikTok can see.
Talk about gold. I talk about gold. Gold is that's really nice. That's not about gold because gold is rather useless. Not that useless. It's like mild useless. So let's get on with the rest. So pretty much, we thought Friday one of the most sickest impulses I've seen that goes through in a while. Really, really sick. If you look at the daily, it looks really promising. But I mean, if you again, you look at the daily, you see that bear flag that's sort of forming. I don't know if you guys can see this on my screen. Um, so today, last night we had a gap up and we pretty much flushed all of that out, and we're now retracing into this 1837 to like 1824, 25, which is this little daily zone, right? And this is sort of like, I want to say a void, but it's not because liquidity tends to get triggered there. And what a void is something that doesn't really trigger liquidity. But that little zone of gold, you can see that it's been triggering it every time and just impulsing us up. Pretty much that move, why it's retracing, I'm not surprised because here's the thing with gold. Gold always lets people back in. And a lot of people forget this. People think, oh, I missed gold and this is not going to happen again. I'm not going to get another trade again. No, yeah, you are. It's going to give you the entry again. You just got to be patient. If you start chasing trades, then gold is going to humble you. If you wait for it to tell you when to enter, then you're going to pretty much live to tell the tale of how you trade gold. At that point, I would say if this data, right, that inflation data is really that is going to affect gold as much as we want it to, then we're going to get another liquidity buy around that zone again, 1837 to 1825, and then we're going to start chopping our daily till we finally break out. FOMC, the main thing with FOMC, remember that FOMC has been a liquidity triggering event, right? Pretty much how it's been is, hey, this is the plan, right? This is expectations, and this is what pretty much is in the air. Going into Wednesday, 7.75 is what's in the air, right? Because of the 8.6 CPI reading, record inflation, blah, 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 and all that BS. So pretty much same thing as always. If the Fed, for some reason, which I highly doubt they will, but if for some reason they decide that 0.75 is appropriate, and mind you, the committee has been very, very 0.50, and we've all seen it in all these transcripts and everything. If the Fed does decide to run the market in that sense, then yeah, we're going to see pretty much 5.50. We're going to see a really, really nice setup. If the Fed decide that 0.50 is still appropriate, we could possibly just keep chopping in this zone that we're in, right? The main thing today, and let's stop with gold for a second because gold, like I said, it's inflation hedging. Inflation is not making a ruckus, then gold is not going to do anything. If we look at SPY's daily, we're opening up right here, right? You guys see that level, that 380.39? We're basically opening up at our yearly lows. This is where SPY has been so far pre-market, right? When we turn on our fibs, pretty much that is the thing that we want to break so we can start building into our 370 level, which is our negative 17. It's really 396, but let's use 370 for the psychological number. And then a flush there would be 362. And then finally a retest of that negative 50, which is around that 350 range, 347.03, right? So what happens today? If the market opens today and we just decide that for some odd reason we're going to dedicate the day to chopping or trying to gap fill, then we're going to get the move up. If we decide we're going to head lower, then pretty much all the stocks we're watching. I mean, same names like Tesla. We're going to see we're going to see the splash out here, right? And we see at 621 on Tesla, then we're going to see that new yearly low be put in. I was reading something in regards to Tesla. Elon on a leaked email, he basically said that this quarter was not so good on Twitter. Actually, it was one of my friends who tweeted it out. Basically, where is?
Make sure to tap share the screen if you don't mind.
Elon Musk says that Tesla had a very tough quarter and asked employees to need to rally hard to recover in the emails. I mean, it's just a conspiracy theory, but what are the odds that the stock split, the reason for stock split that Elon filed is basically to make any setup that comes in a little bit softer, right? Without it, we've seen this guy do crazy stupid shit before. Wouldn't doubt that this is going to be one of them. So if that is one of the cases, then it is what it is. But remember, Tesla just filed. Tesla does not have approval yet. So right now we are in the rumor stage, right? The rumor stages are Tesla is going to split the stock, or they're trying to. The news is when they finally get the approval to split the stock. It's the same thing as always. The rumors or the news. The only difference this time is our micro environment is very bright, right? We have a lot of negative catalysts all around us, so it's hard for you to find green in a sea of bright. If that makes sense. don't be biased. The main thing today, don't be biased when it comes to any trade in general. We could easily just not do anything and stay in a crappy range. And it's not like the most appropriate thing that you would want on a Monday because it could pretty much dictate a whole choppy week. The only difference this week is that we have a lot of catalyst driven events that can possibly move the markets versus us just chopping around. Right? Remember, we have a Fomc on Wednesday with VIX expiration. There's a lot of concentrated OI on the VIX, less than 25. That doesn't matter now, but there's a lot of call OI. Sorry, that was put OI. There's a lot of call OI now in the 30-32 range, right? So that zone for VIX, right? Being in that zone leading into Wednesday, again, would not be surprised. If we are not at the money in any of those legs, then that's where we see that premium decay pretty much hits. I think, yeah, my only watch today is Tesla. I want to watch it for a rejection trade. These are my fibs, and you're watching the stream. I have the same in my monitor up.
Well,
Pretty much I'm gonna watch that. I wanted to watch that 680 level, right? Or that 685 reject. But as you can see, we opened our new hourly. So now I'm gonna also add that 670 level. This is a 5-day EMA. Remember that my orange cloud is declining resistance. If this was vice versa, right? If this was, let me find out. So the upside, right? Like what we see here, at least excludes all my clouds. But if you see here, for Tesla on the uptrend, my orange cloud is rising support. So it just depends on how the trend is. If the trend is down, it's declining resistance. If it's up, then it's rising support, right?
if we,
Would that be fun?
I was gonna, no, I someone DM me something. Sorry. Oh, my music. Oh, so if you're watching, sorry, yeah, my stream, the music sometimes will over. So you could just hop out of the stream, and that'll fix that. But I just lowered it a little bit. Sorry about that.
I'm adding Tesla 670 through 673 for possible opening rejection. Since we opened their new daily. Sorry, I knew already, my bad. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. I think it's gonna be a pretty straightforward day. Assuming we don't have any chop, but we do have some chop. It's gonna be a very messy day.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
but let's aim for a positive day in the sense of let's have a good day. And remember, it's Monday. Mondays my risk is off. Doesn't matter if it's FOMC, whatever it is. Mondays my risks are always off. I like having data, right? I like having a data to base the day off.
hmm
I can't just trade. The pivots I haven't noted yet. They open the market opens. I can't just sit here and be like, okay, if we have a good a decent day, then I'm gonna put up size. I like having a day of data to base my next day up, right? You guys know I've always done this. And Friday's data is not enough for me to just be so hard on the downside, right? This gap is not enough for me so hard on the downside because big gaps for me, there's not a lot of basically meat left in the bone, which you guys have heard me use this term a lot. So I'd rather have a risk off day if today ends up being a big old drop, right? Then I know that tomorrow it's gonna be an easy reject day, right? It's gonna be an easy day that we're gonna move into our clouds, into our fibs, and just completely reject right there. And then boom, we're gonna get our easier move. So today I'm only testing the waters to see if that's how the sentiment is. Tomorrow I won't know for sure if to put on size one.
No, if I have a good day, I'm gonna buy this nightstand.
If you're on a good day, you're bad day. So
Well, we swung Rivian puts, so it's gonna be a good day, regardless, because we're not gonna make dumb trades and take something and lose money. So
there's somebody outside cutting tiles.
I just looked outside my window when you said that.
That's it.
Don't do that. It scared me.
Where have it goes? Yes. Have I gone over Apple?
I did a little bit earlier. Oh, Manny. Oh, Manny's gonna love this. There's a blue jay getting jumped by a cardinal right now. Did you hear? Oh god. Outside of my window.
My pet birds to blue jays, so yeah, I don't like those little autistic birds.
There's a war raging down in Miami.
Yeah.
No, dude, that nightstand has a cooler, an air vent, plugins for your phones, and it lights up when it detects motion. So like when you get up at night, and this will be the most bougie item I ever purchase in my life. But that nightstand, yeah, right. Oh, there's my feet. How convenient. Welcome to the future. I see. I mean, Apple is clearly at support, and I'd say that anywhere below 130 to 80, that you're probably heading to the 130s. Because we can, and I've talked about this. We could, and I don't want people to like let the market show you what is going to happen. Today, we could get, and I talked about this. We could get a push down. And then spend the rest of the week, chopping or whatever the case may be. But for me, we're Apple, Meta, everything is sitting at their last supports before making new lows. That's Tesla as well. So I want, like Manny does, to see data so that I can make a good decision. Because right now, we've gapped down to support. So we either break that support and close an hourly candle, which is still waiting and being patient, because I do not short support, especially with a gap above me. It just seems like suicide. So I could potentially see even movement down below on Meta, for example, below 170 and a fake out to the downside because everybody is looking down. And it's always too late when they start doing it because guess what? On June 8th, which is not that long ago, Facebook was at $200 when we were playing it. It is now at 170. So that is a lot. And I wouldn't be looking to go down to the downside if it's already moved to the downside. So Tesla at 66666. Did you screenshot that? Remember 42069 on Tesla? Do you remember how the stock actually stayed there and how many orders we used on the tape? I remember Manny actually calling this out where he saw like fat orders at 420.69. The stock market is a meme. I think that is exactly what you said. It's crazy because, I'm not sure how historians in the future will interpret this, but if they do get a hold of any of the data, from Twitter and they see like, our recording of the decline of civilization, it would just be through memes, They wouldn't know whether it was a joke or maybe we did it on purpose because it was funny, but who knows? Who knows? I think about that a lot.
Tesla, let's try some of these things with today. Apple, dude, you know how I know Apple's getting low? The lines that I have at this range, they're white. That's not what I have in the charts line. That's funny. I remember when I didn't care for my eyesight. Good times.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm set. Yeah, guys. So again, I'm gonna be focused on Rivian here at the Bell. I'm gonna split the screen here. Oh, by the way, damn. Remember T-Mobile? Sometime, dude. If I had an AI program to like replicate my thought process so that I could trade more tickers, I would 100% do it. There's a lot of T-Mobile has a sick setup right now. Anywhere below 125. All right. Well, we got Rivian. What?
You know that? See on the TV Amazon warehouses, they look small. And I'm like, yeah, Amazon warehouses are big because they store things. And they're small and really where they work. Amazon's warehouse is just a storage.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, look at Amazon, this giant warehouse. Yeah, it's a giant storage. Look at UPS, they have a giant warehouse as well. It's a giant storage. You know, they pass a bunch of packages through.
All right. I have to go over this really quick. It's 9:15. I'm going to tag everybody. Going over Rivian now on live. That didn't work. Okay.
By the way, there's a feature that I guess we try to join your TikTok that says block.
Damn, he must have been talking shit. No, I was kidding. uh, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe one of the admins got him or something, or one of the I don't know. Tell him to like my video or something, or comment on a video that you're blocked.
Got that. Yeah, I probably the down the 30K. My last was
You crushed it, dude.
and for like a measly like 60-point gain. I went like 2,000 points. God damn, man. You know the hell.
All right. So let's go over this really quickly. All right, because what's most important, we've gapped down to one of the targets, well, a little bit above it. I had 27 even, but we're at 27.25. When we're gapped down, we have to pay attention to where's our nearest support. For me, we're at the top of a supply zone, and the bottom of that supply zone is $27 even. There is some wicks off of 26.75, which was Friday's price target for this swing. That being said, we have this channel. It's pretty clear. And so I'm not trying to fight the trend here, but there is the possibility that we can, and I'm not saying that we see the entirety of this gap fill, but there is a possibility that we go and retest levels like 27.75. Okay, so as we approach that level, I'm looking for weakness. The next level, and really I would say that this is a really definitive level, is $28. If you move above $28, there's a high likelihood that you will gap fill. And I don't want to call it, but anywhere above 28.35, that is a broken downtrend and a point of control retest at 29 bucks. But that is not fear, that is a plan. That is an understanding of the trend that it is currently in. We have a smaller, lower time frame, 5-minute downtrend here leading us, okay, to our support. So we could continue to trade this way all the way down. So I do believe that this could require patience. I will take profit on half of the Rivian positions. Anything with a shorter expiration is gone. Okay, so if it's expiring this week, it's off the table, period. But those core positions that we're trading around, those will remain, and those will be that I am not going to let retest cause me to panic, because at the end of the day, I still have been able to grab profit. I'm still in profit. Obviously, that can be dissipated. Yes. If they're not going to be there, then yes. But anyway, so shorter expiration contracts, those we don't want to hold through a retest, because it's a test for a reason. If we pass that test, those contracts are going to see that. And so I'm going to use these levels that you see right here to determine points of rejection. If we do move up, if we do flush down, then an area to take profit again on the core positions, which I'm probably just going to unload a couple of contracts, is the $27 even mark. So we will be watching this live. If it shoots down first and hits that 27, I'm thinking we bounce. So, oh my God.
That the thing with China is it's very interesting. Aside from the part that we're not going to get into, which is politics, China is sort of going through a '08 crisis, and it's happening in the sense of there's a lot of homes, parks, buildings. There's nobody living in them.
Straight up.
And the thing, the people don't trust the government, and they don't want to buy it, right? Like it's like, why would you buy a house that you know is taken away from you, right? I mean, for your generation, like for your kids, for your grandkids, you can't leave a house. Exactly, you don't own the land in China. So what's happening in China right now is very, very interesting. Because guys, remember the CPI print for China that came out Thursday? It was flat. It was flat. Mind you, everything that's happening, they are cooking the living crap out of the numbers over there because they don't want to look bad. Man, it would be nice to get a play like Friday on Tesla, gap fill and roll. It would, just the gap today is like 5%, a big ass gap. So let's see if we do anything pretty.
Here's Amazon's levels to the downside, 102.75. That's right here. You've got anywhere below that 102.70, which, guys, please always understand that it's never a single cent mark. If you're playing off of a cent, you're going to get treated like a cent. But below that 102.50, 102.75 area, you have $100 psychological, but I have a trend line support right here at $99.50. So that's where I would be anticipating. And then really, this is actually looks like a pretty good start to a channel for Amazon. This is also a downtrend rejection, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so you have a point of confluence there as well. That's really pretty cool, actually. But yeah, I'll go ahead and post this in the chat. And then I'll do Baba really quick. So I talked about this last week, and this is kind of crazy because it's doing exactly what I anticipated. And I'm curious to see if it does in fact bounce. So if you see right here, kind of had that triangle, right? And we broke out, held a pretty significant daily candle after that. Now, for me, there's a couple definitive candles when we're about to switch trends. And one of those is like dark cloud covers, obviously engulfments, inside day candles. And here a dark cloud cover would be a gap up and then a retracement of 50% or more of the previous day's gains. But this inside day right there, I think was really definitive, and especially having a repeated one where it almost held a divergence, but it was essentially this, look at this downtrend. Every single day, it held that downtrend. And so now you've gapped back into that descending wedge type setup. So demand below you is at 102 and 101.50. So I would say that anywhere below there, you're likely to go ahead and resume that downtrend down to around $89. So regardless of how Baba is doing or regulations are doing or the lack of, it's still we're still in a bear market. So yeah, I don't buy China long or anything. So
It's gonna be interesting to see how this whole plays out because if China starts going through all of this, economic issues that a good crisis like what they're basically starting brings, I'm mostly wondering about businesses like Amazon, right? Amazon relies so much, like let me take that back. Amazon relies on its sellers. Their sellers relies on apps like Alibaba and DHgate and all these places to buy wholesale. But in China, it's not shipping, right? If China is not producing, what's gonna happen to all these companies? What's gonna happen to that guy on Instagram, the Turkish food that he's always in every ad? What's gonna happen to him? He's not gonna have any product to sell. And then what's gonna happen? Right? It's gonna happen to Amazon's revenue when you start seeing a decline because there's just no products for sale. It's just gonna be interesting. The outcome of all of this is gonna be very interesting.
So if you're watching me on live, it's not the most exciting news, but like Manny said, I am going to wait. We have had I'm being perspective based here. I'm gonna wait and watch if I would say that Facebook's gap fill to the S or Meta, whatever. Shut up. It's Facebook. The gap fill to the upside is likely, I think, bouncing down to support. But really, I want to wait for at least an hour. Maybe. I mean, I just need to see some levels closed underneath. But I am likely going to be focusing on Rivian until I see one of these hourly candles close on Meta. There is a possibility that we just shoot straight up at the bell and go fill some of that gap, maybe up to 173. But I will miss out on those profits, and that's okay. I just will not trade that. I would rather wait when I know that I can take a more trending trade because I am not a scalper. So if you're a scalper, do your thing. But if you're not, you know, do your thing. VIX is high, blood is real. Yes. Every time the VIX goes high, it always pulls back. That thing is like a heart machine.
With the VIX over 28 or 30, actually premium becomes very expensive to the put side, right? So go, for example, if you buy a 4K position, right? Put it down a bit. Buy three. You're still gonna get paid the same because there's so much volatility, right? But if you go with a 4K, remember it's gonna hurt more, right? So size down and you're
Really quick. So the Rivian contracts, I'm going to be TPing or taking profit on the majority of those at the bell. I do think that they will shoot up in value. You have the opening rush. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and secure profit on my shorter expiration puts, anything expiring this week. And if you are out long, I'm going to continue to hold and watch these retest levels where volume is at. If we see weakness up there, there is the possibility to. Hold on. Really quick. So there is the possibility to hedge if you want to, but just know if you start moving to the upside, like use whether it's pre-market lows, but you can use a contract that has good expiration or a decent expiration and just have a solid stop loss based off of a logical support level or a key level. For me, obviously $27. Anywhere below that, I have the test of 26.75, and then support is around 26.35 for me. So, but yeah, VIX is high. Yep. All right. Nice job. What? Yes, I'm here. Oh my God, SQ is at support. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. So yeah, if something hit a support level during the day, that would likely be where I would have set my profit target at or before that. So it's no different. Just we're opening up there. So I mean, like we can see the bell, fake out to the downside. That would be the most profitable if we are going to gap fill or even remotely try to gap fill. So I think the impulse could be down, and that's where I will capture my profits. And then after that, I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch and I'm going to be patient because if I'm patient on Monday, then the rest of the week can be a little bit easier. So, PTSD candle? Yeah.
look at the side, that 410, it's giving me those type of vibes.
It's not the vibes.
That day, what a just ripped those
Oh, I remember. I know what day. Yeah, I remember that day. That was insane. My jaw dropped, bro. My mouth was open, dude. I couldn't. All right, everybody knows the deal. I'm gonna tag everybody. Weekly XRTP and half of.
Hey guys, remember, you don't only hear me say, I mean, you don't hear me say this unless I verbally say it. If you hear me say there's and or I like, or anything, just pick the trade. If you guys at me while the market's open, I'm not gonna see it because I have this or closed. But just I have those. I try to be more involved. It's hard because I'm just reading numbers.
I don't know. Say it's one of those days. My heart's kind of like. I don't know.
Are you
Yeah, yeah. It's usually. That's why I know I should just take profit and just wait until. It might have been the shotgunning of the on the like the first thing I drank this morning was a latte. So, but I feel like that time has passed. I should be over the heart racing part now. Oh, I love that. Thanks, Rivian. All right, we got 30 seconds, folks. Take a deep breath. Yep.
15 minutes, wait 30 minutes. Just don't chase anything because I have a broker that I can route my orders specific way. Doesn't mean that Robinhood can do the same. Don't trade with me if you're doing that. Trade station I can sometimes route my orders a specific way. I'm looking at Tesla. That's 675 rejection. I want a 670, but let's see. Ding 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 ding.
That's money, dude. That's money, dude. Sorry. Put it on the cracker. All right, take some of that profit, guys. Right there. That's that strong impulse. And honestly, we're under support. So 2660 is likely about to get slapped. So woo, that's what's up. I'll take some profit right there.
Honestly, how it reacts at 675. If it builds, I want to watch 680. 700 was too much of a short distance for it to just reject that.
Oh, nice. Okay, we got a little bounce there. Woo. We could still close this candle on top of support, but damn, that was a sweet. That did exactly what I talked about. The sweet impulse move down. Nice. I did get a partial fill, and then it filled the rest, so that's good.
One pivot for Tesla is also 680, guys.
Yeah, I haven't. No. I'm still in the plan. I obviously, right? Anything weekly's gone. I still have half. Okay, so I'm not. Nothing's changed. I just did exactly what I said I was going to do for sure.
635, trying to be the top.
All right, I want everybody to approach this with caution. All right, I am, and this is only for Rivian, above this 2730. Depending on your position size, if you have one contract right now, don't bother. But I'm probably gonna look at grabbing the spreads are tightening up right now because they're a little bit choppy, but I'm looking at grabbing the $28 call for June 17th. Those are about $100 right now. And that would be a hedge. So I would just going to grab that, and it's like 3 for 1. So, all right, I'm in. 111, I'm trying to fill there. Okay. I got it now. 114.
All right, Tesla's approaching 680. Let's see the tape, see what it shows us.
Damn, is this doing exactly what I said it was going to do? Who was the market maker listening to my stream this morning? I'm just kidding. That's money, dude.
Oh, big orders at 680. Come on, print.
Oh, I want to take Facebook for a scalp to the upside, but no greed. No greed. Okay. All right. I could use it.
Big orders at 680, guys. Big orders.
No panicking. Take a deep breath. If you're in review with me, we're chilling. We're watching. Being patient.
Let's see how this goes digested. Hold on. Wow, that's a big bidder at 678. Who are you, my friend?
I like ribbon. I like.
Oh, are they? Oh my god.
If you are taking Facebook, watch the 173, 174 area. All right. We might not get the entire gap. So that's a huge gap.
Yeah, RB is wild on those 600s for Tesla.
Damn. That was sweet, dude. Where is Coffee's favorite
Yeah.
place of vacation?
So low unless he's trying to drop bids.
Yeah. They could just flush it from here. Just kidding. Or Latte Dell. Oh my God. Go back to bed. Wow. How many kids you got? That's the only way you're getting away with that joke.
Yeah.
Right. And we're okay? Okay. All right. So you shouldn't be panicking. The hedge is chilling. I think I've lost $3 on it. Cool. And it's there for protection. Okay. So if we see signs of a reversal and the potential for more downside, right? Then we'll react accordingly. Am I watching? I just looked over at my contracts, but I am not watching them. I am watching the chart. So.
Move on.
Ooh, damn. Did you take that? Oh my God. Scalpers be scalping. Nice job, Manny. Scalper. Take a deep breath. Look at yourself. Do you have a mirror near you? Go look at yourself.
That's what I'm watching. I'm watching level 2 in combination with transit sales. Johnny, I don't know if you took that reject, but that was sick. If you did, congrats. I know Stepper did.
That 5-minute candle's looking like some eternal damnation. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, I wasn't laughing at that. Sorry. We just laughed at the same time. Now I feel bad too because Johnny said I wasn't filled sad face. And we both, yeah. All right. So for me, guys, that because of the contract, we're obviously not hurting. Okay, I'm 3 for 1. So it's going to remain a hedge as long as it is in and around the support. If we close down below $27, you can either add below there or you can go ahead and cut the contract. If you want to cut it sooner, that's fine. I'll pay a little $13 or $10 in order to make sure that my contracts are secure. So, oof.
Right? I wouldn't want to trade or reject anything because they can possibly build in first.
Yep.
I'd rather wait for that 665 threshold. That's where my eyes at.
Yep. Nothing's changed, guys. Still waiting, still watching. Facebook's moving to the upside. I feel nothing for it. I feel nothing for it. My hands are crossed right now.
The 600s have like a $15 state delta. That's why they're paying decent.
Breaking federal.
50s are.
This
And the
man,
spread is like $10, so I don't like that.
this man said, Federal Reserve announces 1-for-10 reverse split of its balance sheet. Q2 over. I love that, dude. Tommy Barley, I love the comments, man. Shoot you a follow.
Super patient here, guys. I want that 665. I don't want anything before on Tesla. I want 665. Want tape, print me the big flush of 665.
Meta contracts moving like hot dog water, as they should. As they should. How's Rivian looking? Looking dumb, as it should. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's a doji candle, so I don't know. Right now, who turned you on, Charlie? Whoa, pause. Who turned the volume on Charlie? God damn it. I'll never win. Yo, Lee Auto. What is going on with Lee Auto? Why is this thing making highs? Okay, I just saw my... The thing is still holding up against the market. What in the hell are they doing with Lee Auto? So right now, Rivian is at support. This 15-minute candle is at support. 5-minute candle sitting here at support. As we flush below $27, I will cut the hedge, which again, we've lost pretty much nothing on, and go from there. But at the moment, it's at support and it's chopping around. So my guess is as good as yours. I feel... Oh, shit. Damn.
Yeah, 665, guys. 665. I need a close. Come on. Come on. 15 seconds. Just take the close now. I don't have to wait.
Oof, dude, there. I'm telling you, I felt it in my bones. I knew they were gonna do this shit. Give it to Manny! I'm sorry. Yo, that's 665, Manny. Is he screaming? Oh, Manny! Manny! Buy me that nightstand, Manny. Buy me my nightstand, please.
555, 250 all the way to 320 right now.
All right, I'll go ahead and cut those now, guys. Small L on those $28 little hedges there. That's what they're there for. Let the other contracts do work.
There's no reason for you to follow. Wait, be patient. We're gonna get a thing out here. Watch.
Manny, you gotta leave Tesla alone, dude.
Congrats, Joseph. Easy work day.
All of your trades, do you make sure the setup is higher than normal volume? No. It just needs to have average or above average slightly volume. It needs to be the volume that the stock moves on. If it's below that average, that's when I don't want to play it. Woo!
Oh.
No, it's not. It's just the transfer. It's just the passing of time. Every civilization does this. I love Alex's comment. He goes, "Why do you guys focus on the 3-minute? The fuck?" I'm an idiot. No, I'm dumb.
For scalping,
should we take profit? If you would like to take profit, that is up to you. My target right now is around the 26-25 level. That is the target that I have, and I'm gonna ride down to it. So good job. And yeah, Rolly. I don't know how this guy, his bats are broken, dude, because it just so many home runs, man.
To me, that's Roman himself holding the big.
I'm gonna hire like a visual effects artist, graphics designer to like animate, like write them up, write them down. We like get the pig on the like. I got to get those like in a clip for him. Yeah, this man's bat is broken.
Oh, big silence, spooking 665 in the ass.
You can retest 27. That's fine. I'm out. I just had one contract. Thank you, sir. Nice job, man. There's a lot to learn from this trade too. So, execution, I would say 9 out of 10.
$65 is good.
Yes. Alien. That's amazing, man.
C670. C670 wants to be the rejection since it's VWAP. I mean, here, I'm looking to take, trade. I think we did enough. And it's been barely 15 minutes since the open. This is how we trade, guys. 15 minutes. I use level 2 options just so I can profit on the spread. I don't use it to look for somebody selling. Oh, God, there's a rejection 670.
That was that little that was that little supply. Rivian is literally just Tesla, a baby Tesla right now. I'm trading the slow motion Tesla right now. It's like playing cards with your brother's kids.
Some people ask me sometimes, "Oh, do you ever feel full?" I bought. Wait, no, not, it was five. I did five. I bought 5 Tesla contracts for $700. I sold 5 of them at $765. Those contracts went all the way to $900. I feel nothing.
Homosexual. This guy's like the Batman of scalping. Justice for Tesla. Where's Elon? I don't know what kind of Batman that was, my boy. What happened to that guy? If we break back up above 27, y'all, it's ultimately going to be the 27, 20 level, but I'm looking for one more leg down here, and then right around 26.35. If we do make it down there, I'll go ahead and secure some more profit, like we talked about this morning. But again, I am going to wait, and I'm going to watch these levels. So right now we've got a support that is broken. And can and more than likely will be retested. And again, we're not taking any new trades because that hourly candle still has 44 minutes to go, and that hourly candle can still close on top of support. So we still have to exercise good risk. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it is good until it is good. Yo, holy shit. Nice job, Philibert, dude. That's the Batman that I envisioned. Yes. Justice for Coffin. That is so funny looking. I like that. Patience. Just breathe.
My trade, I filled at there another time. I filled at 934.26 and I sold at 934.59.
I feel very brief instances of FOMO, but there's always something that a trade that I was like, knew it was going to happen, and I, maybe didn't adjust. But for the most part, I think that I handle that initial feeling of FOMO well. Like I'll just be like, oh, okay. And like, but for the most part, like I brush these things off. Like, it's all about perspective,
All right, let's see if we get this 3-minute close below 665.
Same, yeah.
We push below 660 level. Let's see if we get back wash out into 650.
Trying to go get some Georgia Aquarium tickets. Damn, that sounds kind of fun, dude. Damn, I might take there he is. He scared me, dude. Don't do that. You're chopping around at support, just like we talked about. So let it show you, what it's going to do. So S&P falls into bear territory at Monday's. What did that say? At Monday's opening bell. Thank you. Yo, did anybody short AA? I just got an alert on that thing. Oh, come on, Rivian. Just go down a little bit more. Look at them. Look at them sitting there at 26.50. Ah,
65.
I see. I see.
What do you see, sir?
I see that I'm going to go ahead and take profit at 26.40 on Rivian if we make it there. I see a little falling wedge. I had to go to the 1 minute, by God. Yeah, I see 26.38 getting hit here in just a second. And hands are on the trigger, guys. You can leave runners if you want, but I do think that we're going to see a bounce. So I'm going to leave a few, but go ahead and if you wish, take some the majority of the profit off the table here. If you have a stronger conviction than me, feel free to if you've obviously done your due diligence and you feel that you can take over this trade, then do with that what you will. But I see something, so I am going to do something. But really awesome trade here. If we do make it down, just do it. Just do it. Please. 3K on TSLA for the day. Very good. Look at, dude, Hunt inadvertently turned me into him. Look at me. Getting on people for their grammar. Look at that toxicity. We got a toxic. I don't know what that is. All I see is a square with an X on it. All right. Yeah, you can't even emoji. You can't even spell emojis right. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Oh my God. Guys, the contracts aren't moving very much. So I'm going to go ahead and start scaling out now off of this small rejection. So if you got 4 or 5 of them, just one at a time. And if you break above this, I'd say the price action has slowed up enough for me. I'm going to just take one off right here. No fill. Why? Oh. Okay. All right.
No, I have not.
If Manny looks at Gamma anymore, he's going to turn into the Hulk, dude. That was a good Marvel joke. I need a small drum set on my desk. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't know why. I could put that on my soundboard. I've kind of turned into a comic book nerd. Like I actually really enjoy like the Marvels. You know, yeah. DC sucks though. Just kidding. That's political. There's something. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I think we're actually gonna we probably will actually well, I think we will see possibly a leg down here, 26, 27. So getting ready to get out of here. Me and you. That is being you, Hunt. Let me borrow your let me borrow your Tesla. Let me test drive it before I go buy one. Are you telling him to drive it? Let me borrow a free lifetime membership. Yeah, you're gonna give it back when you're done. How does that work? When I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to ask people, instead of asking for a cigarette, I would ask them if I could borrow one. Got one every time. Because I would be like, hey, can I borrow a cigarette and bring it back when I'm done? Always. I was always a winner there. Yo, Meta. Yeah. Yeah. Be careful, though. Look at Meta. Watch this. What do you see? Well, it doesn't have to happen, but damn. Yo, Rivian, what are you doing? Yeah, watch it. Look at the little falling wedge here. Well,
That's like for a couple dollars.
all right, this price action is dumb. I'm trying to be patient, but come on. Mega trade. Why is Atlas's mic Atlas? I had to turn Atlas's mic down like a long time ago, and then or turn it up because it was so low, and now he's got a good mic, and now I have to like turn it down because it's now I can practically I can hear your diaphragm. I'm just kidding. He's
Sexual little kid.
oh god. There goes YouTube. I'm just kidding. You know a trader's successful when they can afford thorn vitamins? Let's go. Yeah, this is a isophosphodilcerine. Yeah, Hunt, stay where you belong, all right? Just stay there, okay? I'm gonna figure out how to pronounce this on my own. I don't need you.
Hey, I did not sell my AirPods. I got
Wow, big fish. Wow, big fish at 660 on Tesla. Eat on himself. That's a lot of shares. That's a lot of shares.
Can someone tell me why I just typed in the medicine that I purchased and then Savannah Banana came up? Like, that's the name of the baseball team here in Savannah. It's the Savannah Bananas. They're famous on TikTok, dude. They're like right by my house. Yeah, that's why they did it. What the f-
Our Tesla doesn't just die.
It's okay. Spy will die soon.
It's fine.
Yeah, these are expensive. But
Whoever's bidding on Tesla at 660.
take one capsule 2 or 3 times daily as well. That was a nightstand. Yes. Yes, dude. Tell me that I'm being irrational because come on. That's $900. Not even this trade on Rivian is going to excuse that type of behavior. What am I basically like I'm like once I buy this, like where does it end? You know? I'm gonna have Yeezy slides. I'll just get damn. That'd actually be damn, that'd be kind of lit actually. On the side of it? Is that a thing? Dude, you need to
Yo, did Didi get enlisted?
I have no idea.
Bro, did Didi really get delisted?
I mean, they said that they were about to. Oh, they're on the OTC. They're on the OTC. Is that it?
I can't get over to these top. I can put them in very tight.
But Kramer. All right, I kind of want to take a call on Meta, but all right, guys. Rivian seems to be doing dumb things, so we're going to now. I do think that there's a strong possibility that this wedge is extending itself, and I think that it's likely around just a fragment to the upside, or it might be right here. But I'm going to give it just a few more minutes, guys. But if I have to take profit right here, we're not going to be greedy. We're going to take our money, and we're going to wait and watch for the setup. I am watching Meta, but I will say it looks like someone fresh out of technical or a baby market maker is at play on Facebook because it looks like a robot made this. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Look at yeah, you can't be greedy. That's a, yes, ash kick. Exactly. You cannot be greedy right now. There's probably a blue jay in his yard or something.
You stop saying that bird's name, dude.
Sorry. The bad bird. He doesn't like crows though, and I'm specifically trying to develop. There's like a murder of crows, and I'm trying to befriend them.
It has been 665. Like,
Pretty. Oh, Hunt. I gotta. No, no. That's a whole different. You might end up fine. You might learn about the pellet gun, man. Oh, watch this stupid bounce. Watch it. Squeeze me. No, no, no. Oh, I do see a bounce. Yes. Wait, I just see a bounce on Meta right now. I'm looking at Meta. I'm not watching Tesla. But yes, I do. Kind of see bounces. That one's got a little wedge too. We'll see. Don't listen to me. Mega Train. That was one of my most like before. Yo, who did you make that, Matt? Oh, that's amazing, dude. Oh, dude, can I save? I don't like how my files just pop up right there, you know? Make a trade. That's good. That's good. I'm betting Rivian will bounce up at some point, yes, but right now I just decided to choose the most dumb stock right now to it's just being dumb, it's just taking forever. It might be because I'm watching the 1 minute, but I think here shortly we should see the third leg down. So maybe $26 even, y'all. Maybe we get this $26 target. So okay. Okay, Rivian. No. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. I think we might need to bring back the bathroom index. My asshole neighbor's Tesla charger got delivered to my house. Should I keep it? You want to know what's
Yeah.
you want to know something awesome? I ordered like $320 worth of stuff from Nike, and I put in all of my information correct because I'm not dumb. But then my computer was like, "Hey, I know your phone number. Let me autofill it for you." And I was like, "Well, that's go ahead."
660. Saw the new candle right before the close. It flushed it. Look at this reclaim already. Literally like $4 or $5 and 658. Not worth it, guys. Not worth it. Just don't trade over it.
Yeah. I think so. Yes, I think we're right there. I'm waiting and I'm watching. Facebook it did just bounce right there, but it's not holding the bounce. But maybe it may be time to vacate myself from this trade. It's not looking great. I'm gonna reduce my risk here as well. What do you call two crows? Mud? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty like message. I see that guy. Yeah, I see him. I see him. I see the 9,100 shares. Yeah, he pops up and leaves. Pops up and leaves. Pops up and leaves.
I don't.
Gary Goldman.
Okay. Dude. All right, guys. I think 2675 is going to be that possible trail here where that 50-day EMA is. So we'll instead of worrying about each candle close, we're just going to leave it at that. So 2675. If we break above it right here, then is there a reason why Meta is the 9 EMA? Oh, you mean this? All right, wait. I don't have the 9 EMA. I have the 9-day moving average, and it is held underneath it. Nothing is because of an indicator. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. Everything is pointing south at the moment, and it is held underneath that moving average. So I don't know, man. This pattern can fail, but this is a slow slide. So if this candle continues to bounce, then it can still. Oh, attempted murder. That's good. I like that joke. That's good. What do you call two crows? Attempted murder. Oh my God, that's amazing. What do you call two crows planning to meet up? Premeditated murder. Nice. Write that down. Rolly, it's fine. I'm okay. Do you see this price action on Rivian? I'm losing it. What am I supposed to do? Not using a screener. Oh, you're talking about up there? That's the heat map, and it is bright red, baby. I think I've lighted my room up. Yeah, I was telling a story, but I forgot what I was talking about because I'm in the zone on Rivian right now.
Gamma's 50 billion in the negative.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
I have 2615 if Rivian does end up moving to the downside here. But guys, I mean, take a look at Rivian. Things are looking bouncy. I mean, I'm not taking anything. I'm not trading 1 minute setups, but I'm just watching price action at the moment. Oh yeah, so I and then I accidentally ordered 2 of the same shoes, which I didn't even notice. So obviously I should not be buying clothes for myself. But it's 13s. Yeah. I got clown feet, dude. I'm a good swimmer. But huh?
Yeah, it's definitely maybe 11 now. So.
I wear clip clops. That's what I call them. So I auto-filled my phone number into the address, and then it changed my address. I didn't notice this to my old address at a house that is now under construction, and nobody lives there. So when I showed up, my stuff was gone. So I was like, dang. I did. All right, guys. I'll take that as my sign. I'm not going to sit and fight the trend. This is kind of excruciating. If you want to hold or you feel like, honestly, I only see a retest of $27 coming. This is a falling wedge that gives you a 50% retracement. I'll wait for this 1 minute candle to close here in a few seconds, and then I'll close my contracts. Still a gain. Still a solid gain, and because of IV, the contracts are retaining their value. Well, also expiration has a lot to do with that as well. So if you feel that this is enough to hold through, or your conviction says differently, you can do with this what you will. But a 50% retracement up to $27.05 would be a trend line retest, which would be fine. But of course, you would then be betting on that test to fail. So 3 frozen crows.
I haven't been watching to see if anything is good.
What do you?
Use anymore since the volatility's over. Some of the giant wait times, especially to the upside. So bids are having trouble because they're getting bought out. It's just not.
You got them. Oh my god. No, I did grab one call at the bell to hedge. Zivo said, G got them Oscar prep. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Giant wall at 3. Gamma strikes. Or Gamma Forever strike. I mean, it's a huge wall.
How much that is old time right?
Yeah.
I kind of want to just hedge it and see what happens, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of the most of these puts, I think. Hold on, guys. I'm doing some critical thinking here. What was that sound effect? Still have a target of 25.75, and it's still valid. 15-minute candle engulfment. That's 6 minutes and 55 seconds left. And So let's start fresh really quick. Sorry, guys. If you've exited or whatever the case may be, totally fine. Okay, so that's where we're at right there. And then downtrend is here. So my chart's telling me this is a good exit. We took this trade here and we're taking profit here. So I don't see any reason to be upset about a bounce. There is the 9-day moving average here at 27. Maybe wait for a rejection, but Meta does look like it's building for the upside. But guys, I'm with Manny. I could wait until after lunch before taking another trade here. We've done well on what we've had, and so I think at this point I'm probably just gonna. Yeah, there's that falling wedge.
I'm caught. Very consistently finishing the day part of time, so that's nice at least.
That's what you do this for, man. That's dope.
So guys, remember what I said earlier, right? I want to see if Tesla just read out. I want to see a whole days of worth of data. I don't want to see today and on the doji. I don't want to see Tesla stay chopping from this level into the 680 level. I want to see a nice daily candle. And tomorrow we have a nice range that we can trade off.
Yeah.
Right? Hopefully they're construction size. Have a great day, everybody.
What is your general approach? See you, man. Thanks, dude. Buy me that nightstand, please, for my birthday next year. I want that nightstand, dude. Yo, what if we just all go in on the nightstand, you know, and then we could just pass it off like every 6 months? The traveling nightstand. Yeah, that'd be good. That way we have like time without the guilt of actually purchasing it. What? Yeah, I guess for context, I should probably post the nightstand so people, because that could be taken different ways. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link here in a minute. You got so anyway, normally, and the question was, what is my general approach to trading, quantitative, fundamental, or technical, or a mix of all? So the first approach is usually always technical. That's how I approach, and I'm looking at the structure. And in order for anything to play out, it has to have people behind it. It has to have the sentiment behind it. And so, yes, I am looking at quantitative, and I do factor in things like earnings, or inflationary pressures on certain sectors and how that could affect us going into the future. So I don't, and one thing that I learned early on, yeah, I've been sitting here watching Rivian, but I'm still watching it. You know, therefore, like one of the first things that was, you know, important for me to learn, and that I did learn from listening to, you know, people who've been doing this for a long time, is that you shouldn't shut off any certain, you know, the way that you trade, however that may be, is probably going to require, you know, a certain mix of both. Scalpers can more or less rely on heavy technicals and just the daily sentiment that's given. Whereas swing traders and even day traders, or if you just want to call it trend traders, those individuals are more or less, it's probably more important for them to have that data, or at least more of that data. So I think that being exploratory in that part of your trading is important. As you learn, and I'm talking about the, you know, the building process, of course, because as you learn, you'll learn what, and for me, I picked and latched onto certain stocks, and then learned what makes them move, you know, and that can be a variety of factors. So, all right, so if you do have Rivian, I'm going to take this small blessing as I see it. I do think that this is possibly about to go make a slightly lower low, but I'm going to still do what I said I was going to do and kind of trim out. I was talking, and it just tapped my stop loss, but it actually never crossed $27. But as it pulls back here a little bit, it is bouncing a little bit. Yeah, these contracts, guys, are not really moving from their premiums. So unless you have next week.
CFTC entry puts for next week, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the S&P moved $1.50, and my puts barely moved.
So
Barely green.
here's what I'm gonna do, y'all. It's a $28 retest. So I think for me, I'm gonna tag everybody in my channel. I'm gonna leave a quarter of my position open. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a plan. Or really, I'm just gonna reinforce the same plan that we talked about this morning. These again, the expiration is our friend at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a couple of levels, and you guys can, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to trade them. But for Rivian, as it closes and crosses above this 9-day moving average, and really it's going to be $27. So above $27, there's obviously this week's contracts. And this is the thing. You could either do this now, where you grab that hedge, and you use things like the $27 level as your stop, because that is a level of reversal. It's also resistance above us that we can reject, and we can reject and we can chop and sit here all day. And so for me, I want to see how this sets up. So or how this ends up closing today. But obviously, just so that I'm not, because even a loss is a loss, and you know, the positions that I have, I still want to make sure that I'm not bleeding out on or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, above that $27 level, 5-minute candle close, I'll use that as my stop as well. So basically another candle close below that. If again, these contracts are not extremely volatile, so there shouldn't be much of a concern. But yeah, that's about it. Made money on Meta and PayPal, but I also have calls on Meta. Need them to fly up, please. Should have cashed them out. Did you have a stop loss, Jay, when you entered this trade? Usually when people say that, no offense, but they don't. So make sure that you know when you enter something like I'm talking about on Rivian, even I haven't even entered it yet, and I know where I'm going to cut. I know what levels are important to me. So you are in what looks to be a wedge. This wedge can fail, and it will fail underneath 168. So you have to react accordingly. So this is TradingView, and I tweeted it out on my Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, do it now. Leaving 1/4 of my position. If you guys don't mind, if you're on TikTok, just tap your screen for me if you don't mind. Thank you. Let your thumb go nuts. What a Monday. Nice. I just got a message from Potty Stocks. Oh, that's good. I love that. The guy didn't even spell his own name wrong, or name right. My name. Why is this market going down? Fear, but I feel like FOMC sentiment is going to take over. Yeah, so if you want to walk away and wait for the market to set up, you know, sitting here in this type of price action is really not going to do you much good. So what you can do is set alerts at certain key levels if you're in a position or waiting to take one, and go from there. So,
Dude, did you see what I sent you yesterday about that Uber driver?
I don't remember what it was. What was it?
You tried options?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, yeah, you did tell me about that. That's right. Now, sorry, now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you said from Potter Stocks on TikTok.
Wow.
And I was just like, I don't know who that is, bro.
Ah.
I just dipped out of the car because he was dropping me off at my house. I said, I don't want this guy to know where I live.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, there it is. I just posted it. I've you know what, it's really weird is I get more online interactions where like I'll be playing a video game online and my name is Potter Stocks on anything. And yeah, they'll just be like, "Are you the Potter Stocks from TikTok?" And I'm like, yeah, nope. And he knows where you live now. Yeah, right. You dox yourself. No, dude, this thing is this is the nightstand. They have a black.
If we want this to be on TikTok again today, yeah, sure. But
What's your Pokemon Go friend code? Oh, I don't play that anymore. I don't have Pokemon Go. I used to play that during the pandemic. I lived on a nature trail. Oh, that's why, because I have TikTok open right now. I was like, why is there a video of mine playing? Yeah, this is excruciating price action. Do not kill yourself and stress out over this, guys. It's not worth it. Let the trades come to you. Right now, Rivian could use a retest of around 2766, and that can happen in the slowest of motions. So hopefully you guys have had a good day. Hopefully you're able to take profit on your swings, or whatever the case may be. But there you go. That's the market makers today, Big Stepper. My dude, check them gains. Oh, dude, I saw those, man. Nice gains, dude. I love that. Chilling on TikTok, making some racks.
so I said this.
Yes, Manny did. Yes.
74 left. 316. I would really, really love to see us back down to 350. You guys said I was crazy when I said 370 was coming, and look where we're at now. But I think 37.
Oh my gosh. Listen, what just happened? Jonah.
Can you hear me?
I can't now, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, your mic cut out.
Yeah.
I'm legit.
I will say, I think 370 is definitely still doable just because of the environment, the recession, or not recession, CPI numbers we got, which could. So the last meeting that we had from the Federal Reserve in the conference already, was a little bit bearish because he did bring up over and he hasn't been milk, which Bucker's known for rugging everybody in the market because he had same lift in interest rates. I want to say it was in the 80s. So I don't think we'll get that insane lift, but I think he is willing to be aggressive because they were really anticipating CPI numbers to be a lot lower this last week, and that's not what they got. So I think it should be really interesting to see how it continues to play out, especially with the amount of pressure he's going to have on it.
Wow. Yeah, listen. I'm not sure if you're listening, Jonah. When Manny now listen, what you just did is a mistake gone good, but not something you so if you took a trade with Manny's scalping. And just because something is profitable doesn't mean that it was done properly. A lot of times those things can happen. Like we can, take trades and end up, or take somebody else's signal and then end up holding it way past. And a lot of people do that and then hold, and then it bounces, and then they lose all of their gains because they're not sure exactly where to take profit. So, if you are in the future, anybody is listening to Manny, it was in and out in like 1 minute. and he again, you know, he is well aware, you know, that Tesla is probably falling further. He might be trading it a little bit now, but like, that's scalping. You know, 101 is, you know, in out quickly. So if you we just rejected 2706. Yeah, and that's the thing is, so for some people, risk management is less exposure to the market, right? For Manny, if he uses big size and gets in and out quickly off of these rejection levels, he can still make what somebody would make if they took two positions, you know, and then held it, you know. So he can make that premium quicker with bigger size. So that's why there's so many different ways to trade, but sticking to it is hard because people who pick scalping can't handle that the fact that sometimes the stock goes further. That's why I realized that I was not a scalper. Like at heart, I was looking for more trending moves. Huh? I listen. I was praising. Yeah. I like the whole move. You know, maybe it's greed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a trend. I like the trend trading. So I like to take a position, scale into some type of spread. You know, pick it's a whole setup on like the daily and the hourly. You know, so like I was just explaining to people that with bigger size, where like my risk management is scaling in and out slowly. Somebody else's risk management can be using are basically having less exposure to the market by capitalizing on smaller moves with bigger size, which is not something that I was able. That's not the first that my first instinct is to scalp, because when I scalp, I end up seeing a bigger move, but I don't have the correct contract for it.
I quick explain what happened at 650, how that guy spoofed everything, and why Tesla kept falling even after he spoofed it. Just real quick. So here's the thing: when spoofing happens, it's not because they want stock to reverse; it's that they want to get in at the move that's happening. It could be that, it could be spoofing, it could be literal limit orders that are going to sell or to cover whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, what that spoofer did, and if you look at the, you know, the wider tape, is all he's all over it. You can tell that he basically he got his order in, right? He filled partial of his order, and then he ended up just taking out every single bid. That's why you got that impulse, pretty much 3 minute candle all the way down. If you look at 1024, that candle was just him eating out all the bids. So it's pretty much that, you know.
So no offense, but freedom fighter again. I don't trade penny stocks, short squeeze shit. I just don't do that kind of stuff. So when people tell me like you missed this, I don't miss that stuff at all, man. I don't trade pennies or anything like that. I stick to what moves consistently and is trackable and price action, which is fine. Everybody has their own strategy, but it's not definitely not for me. So, but congrats, dude. If you caught that banger on Roblox, dude, or Redbox, I definitely saw that. So, congrats, brother. This is the ticker.
Did you give it target for Meta upside today? I think the retest level that I was talking about this morning, yeah, so there's possible retest for Meta at the 171.50, which technically has already been retested, and then 173.85. So oh no. Another 38% on that Tesla downside. That's money, dude. Nice. Tech's not moving. Tesla's. I wish that Tesla sentiment. I wonder if Tesla dumping is like, they're like, we'll buy Rivian. No, I Rivian's not following that price action, and that's disappointing.
Yeah. So
Yeah. If you're on TikTok, guys, or in the Discord, and you want me to take a look at something, that's probably what I'm gonna do for now. So if you are looking at something or paying attention to a particular stock, you guys have my level, 2710 for Rivian. But really, honestly, I'll let you guys know if I decide to grab anything. So, but Lulu, in your opinion, what's the reaction going to be on FOMC? I mean, I guess you're asking my opinion. So, I mean, I usually don't even have one for that. We have been falling to the downside. So, my initial thought is that there's a possibility that we could see a little bit of upside with some numbers, manipulated or anything like that. But the reality of it is that I don't know how things could get much better right now. Does this look correct for Facebook to fall? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. How's that look on the 15-minute? Don't forget about that lower time frame little wedge though. Yeah, I'd to be honest with you, that those aren't predictions that I like to make anyway. So, I do think that there's a possibility to start trending back up to the upside going into FOMC, like a slow bleed up. For Lulu last night, this is actually really crazy. Everybody, do you guys remember? I haven't do you guys remember the analysis on Potter stocks? Thank you. You own Metaface. Oh, dude, awesome. Did anybody catch the Lulu analysis last night? This thing's actually holding that exact support that we talked about, literally on the dot. So that 278.50 and I think it was like 276. I think this turns into a bear flag. So what I'm anticipating here, and you can see the price action to the downside is dead, right? We're not getting a ton of, except for Tesla. So there's a possibility that you, at a minimum, possibly go and retest the 287.60 level. I'm not calling for an entire move to the upside. If there was a move to the upside, you would probably cycle back up for the 320s, and that would be a bear flag at its completion. But that just because something looks like it's going to set up for a bear flag, obviously we have to be aware and concerned if it doesn't. Let me full screen that. So anywhere below 276.50, I have a key level retest of 273. Underneath 273, you've got a double gap at 267 or 266.50. And then ultimately closing that gap at around 260, 240. So I would say that the 275s are pretty important for Lulu because this pattern is purely speculative. Unless a bounce is confirmed, which it's not, there is no support yet. So he's calling news 2 weeks from last Friday. I'll get a report for Kohl's. I have a client who has detailed. He's calling. Oh yeah, please don't do that. Don't give me that. Wait. Oh wait, hold on. I'll get a report for Kohl's. I have a client who has detailed. He's calling 2 weeks from last Friday. I think I'm not reading that right. That sounds like insider information. I think you commented before on that, and you told me it wasn't. But it sounds like it is. Don't tell me. I don't know. I don't know. He said, I'll get a report for Kohl's. I have a client who has it detailed. He's calling news 2 weeks from last Friday. Yeah, I'm not really exactly sure. So if you didn't, those of you guys, if you didn't catch a trade yet, be patient. All right. The fact that you didn't catch a trade isn't a reason to take one. You have to have perspective. The market will continue to move throughout this week and going into next week. And there is a possibility that we start trend trading or range trading. And then, that obviously is not going to work with everybody's trading style. So knowing when to trade is super important. Not exactly sure, to be honest with you. Can you?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure, you know, what. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not really sure on that one. I'm scared to comment. No, just kidding. Uh, yeah. All right. So you're saying that there's a potential gap fill here. I can see it, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. So the thing that we're probably going to need to do here is we're going to set some key levels, and oh man, my mail. It's always I'm new to the neighborhood, and it's always weird because the mailman comes up and he sees me in my window, my desk. I can see my front. I'm looking at my front door right now, and they look at me, but I'm in my house, so it's like I should have. If my window was open, they would wave, but you can tell that they're like they see me, and I'll wave at them, and then they'll like as they're walking away, wave back. Like, ugh, stop doing that. Anyway, so Microsoft at the moment, looking at some of these key levels, bounce levels, looks like we got obviously 250. We've already wicked off of 249. Damn, what? Yeah, so you've got 3 sections here. You already know where resistance is for yourself right now. That's 249. Above 249, it looks like you've got a retest level of 250.60 with proper volume, and then the gap fill happens after that. But the thing is I don't the opening candles volume is great, and I think on a technical level, like it looks like everything is oversold, and so we're kind of like bleeding up. But I would say that right now, looking at the 15-minute, you've got a 9-day moving average hovering around 250.50. So that's probably the nearest target looking at the price action. The volume is... So this is a back and forth, dude. There's people pushing this, trying to push this down. Look at the volume. So the volume is actually relatively high, but the price action, we're not moving anywhere, hardly. Which is... Yeah, you can see by the wicks here that we're getting a lot of pushback. So I'm looking at Apple too. Those are my top 3, but Bank of America and Uber, I can't afford them more. I'm paper trading for now. Dude, I focus on Apple when I started. So man, not looking at my P&L and just chart has helped me so much. It's hard, but it's starting to work. Yo, dude, those are like heartwarming comments for me. Like that is literally like that is dope, because making that change is hard. But it is all about what you bought. You know, if you bought something that expires tomorrow, yeah, not looking at your P&L is gonna be hard if you're not trading the proper setup. You know what I mean? So where are my gains in my brokerage? Do you chart major indexes to help analyze stock direction? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Anytime I'm looking at Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, anything like that, obviously, I'm running. We're close on SPY. Guys, yo, no way. I love astrology. Nothing. I'm making fun of myself. Look at this chart. Yo, this analysis is gonna hit. It's always a good feeling. Look at that. Right there. So this was done. We talked about this last night when futures opened. Futures opened around 386. I said if we push past that last night, the next level was 380 that we could possibly open on. We opened on 380. We bounced we get an impulse move down. But I told people that if we get that candle closed to the downside, there's a strong possibility to hit that support at 375, and we're $2 away from it right now. So I have a feeling that 275 is the area to start looking for a bounce. So, man, doing the work on Sunday. So if you guys tune in to us live, TikTok, YouTube, looks like we are. And one thing that we talked about last night is all of the economic data that we're going to be receiving, right? And that is 100% going to play or is playing a factor in the price action right now. As you approach support, a lot of the times you'll slow down and then jolt down or slam into that support, and then oftentimes see a reversal because they're impulse moves, which cause people to impulse into positions. So I don't know what that comment means, but squirrel. Are you commenting on my ADHD? Because that's hilarious. That's what my teachers when that movie came out, um yeah, that they were like, that's you, dude. FOMO is seeing Baba flushing without me. Oh, dude, you know what? Big top shelf stepped off, and I should have stepped up, man. But that's all right. I can't be. Yeah, that would have been sick. Because I called for the downside. I mean, like, this was literally, I was like, but who cares? I didn't take it, so. So when do you get out of Baba? I would say that, well, first of all, you're approaching 97.55. That is a bounce level for me. That is, if I was in anything that expired anytime soon, next 2 weeks, I would, especially if you swung, because you had to have swung from Friday, I would 1 bajillion% look at taking profit. But if you have a longer target, you can always take some profit off the table. We call that scaling out. And that way you secure your profits, but you still allow yourself to secure some more profits. There is a gap to fill. So anywhere below 97.55, you will likely, more than likely, I would say an extremely high probability, go to $94. Sorry, flat. This mineral water is burpy. Yeah, and then once that gap fills, you're on top of demand, and a flush through demand, you're going down, as you should. Well, Luz, I don't know exactly what you're in, and if you were to tell me, and then I was to advise you, that would be not the good thing. I can tell you what I would do, but I can't tell you what to do. It is up to you. Are you happy with the profits? Is this something, the main concern for me is execution. It's not about grabbing the entirety of the move. Did I hit my target, and can I replicate that again? Because again, I didn't catch every single cent of Facebook, but I haven't thought about that once since it happened, because execution wise, I did exactly what I wanted to do. So, Turtlicious, there's no trades right now, brother. There's just none. Wait until the market shows you. If you're right now, if you're looking for something, there's not much to look at except for slow process. Sometimes the beat drops, and I think you're gonna stop rhyming. That's funny. But you're kind of no, like, I don't want to say forcing it, but like, just wait for it to show you, what it's going to do. So I can play Apple 140 call, but I don't know if it's a good time. Are you talking about? Are we doing weeklies, Turtlicious? Because that sounds affordable if it's a weekly. Or are you talking about next week? Yeah, the move has been made, and we're going into FOMC, so this could be a difficult price action to trade in, man. And I don't want you getting caught in a move. And remember, we need a W, okay? But we don't need it right now. We need it when the opportunity is available. Because you have a W on Friday, you got to start building off of that. And I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're obviously trying to put effort into this, but there's also just looking at the chart and just waiting and being patient. That is a huge part of trading. So, which you obviously haven't taken a position, so you are being patient. So I commend you for sure. Very bad things are going to happen when we get that. If you guys don't mind here on TikTok, if you guys don't mind letting your fingers freak out on the screen here for just a few seconds, I do appreciate that. Do you post analysis on your trades? Yes. I usually go in depth, whether live or in a YouTube video or something like that. So, picked. Ooh, nice job, Steve. Bitcoin companies freeze assets. Jeffrey Epstein, CEO. What the fuck am I reading? Rothschild Brothers. I had to stop reading it out loud. Yeah, I don't want to get taken down. That's pretty lit, dude. That's a lit. That's lit. Love you, bro. Love you too, Jack. My calls got wrecked. Oh my lord, man. I hate to hear it, dude. Everything is at support. NVIDIA's also at support. Near support. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Damn it. Yo, big stepper. Look at this man. Smoking him. What did you just do? Did you just short Facebook again? Good heavens. Nice job, dude. Nice. Hell, that might even have just another leg down, dude. But good job. Time for coffee. Waited 3 hours for this setup and it paid. Big stepper. High five, my G. That's awesome, dude. Hope you didn't wait 3 hours for coffee. Oof. I watch your live, but I don't understand. That's good. That's a start. AMD puts printed thanks to your daughter. Yeah, she'll be accepting donations here shortly, so don't think it's free forever. I'm just kidding. But um, if you're not if you're having trouble understanding, I would say that the a place that you can go, and you can go into the Discord, go into the step-by-step educational center. I've typed all that out for you guys. I mean, it's all there for free, and you can go and brush up on some of these fundamentals of technical analysis, chart patterns, definitions, A through Z, et cetera, et cetera. So if you even just words that I'm talking about, or that I say that some people may or may not understand, are easily found in our Discord. In fact, you don't even have to search for them. You can actually go up to the top and you can type in the educational center, and then actually search the word that you're looking for. So, play the micro pullback strategy. Not doing a lot of orb or any, or not orb, but P60 or whatever. I'm just mostly watching stock that are not doing anything right now. So, LOL, your daughter was right. I'm gonna try and asking my nephew for advice. Nice. Of course, God wrath. If you don't understand, man, and you're asking questions, you're already taking that step to doing things the right way. So, yeah, good job. A lot of people quit as soon as they don't know. Do I sell everything? I will not answer that question. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking about your home, garage sale, your long-term holdings, your weekly options, your soul. I'm just kidding. What are you talking about? Guys, I have not picked anybody for the mentorship. All right. I said last night, it sounds creepy, but I am paying attention to those who have been reaching out. All right. Paying attention to the questions and the just overall content. I don't want to call it content, but that's being. So I'm trying to make this not. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. That's the only way to word it without sounding. Oh, I'm at your house. I'm in your router. No, I'm just paying attention to these individuals to, make sure that they're in a place where my help will be useful for them. So Not saying that I can't help, yeah, because a lot of people, if I was to help them, or there's a lot of people that if I was to help would only make it worse. That's it's one of the hardest things that I had to like kind of face is that I can't help everybody. Some people have to have already taken the steps to help themselves. We all need help. We right. Jonna Kali, so you did you know you can message someone on Discord and delete it? You know that's really funny is people do that, but my phone saves the alert, and so I can still screenshot the message. Because I've had that happen. I've had a lot of people. Jonna Kali, that can you not message in the Discord, dude? That's weird. All right. What is? Oh, whoops. Uh, I feel like the smartest trader on earth for dumping XOM before he. Let's go, Rod. All right. Well, LOL, all of my crypto. Oh man, dude, I'm not the guy to I want to be able to help, but I can't do because I have no right answers for you. Sorry. I don't have any. I don't know. Bitcoin seems to be, the move. If quantum computers ever get big, that's kind of screwed. But um, no, as far as like the mining and everything like that. But I don't know how. Yeah, I'm not that guy. Not that guy. I understand the stuff, but I don't teach it for a reason. So I even spent time with a programmer creating a bot specifically for Bitcoin. So trust me, I'm not. I yeah, I don't like to. I was like, yeah, I can't. I would rather just have some machines help me. Is anybody in Rivian with me still? Rivian people. The Bitcoin bot is still in the Discord, by the way. It's the Bitcoin Velocity bot. Can you guys see that? Hold on. Watch it have not been open this whole time. Oh my god.
Has it done?
I don't want to talk about it. No, it has been to Simple Stackers. Wait, can they see message history? Okay, yeah. It hasn't been to everybody else though, so that's fine. I don't care if anybody sees it. They can see it. Just look at my bot. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
The velocity bot. The last one that came through was one.
No, they had one today at 12:37. Oh wait. Oh yeah, 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 wait. Oh yeah, I do. I see that at 3:28. I just saw 12:37 p.m. So I was like, wait, that's yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm getting those anymore. I did love the alerts on that thing. It was a fire bot. I mean, I loved the thing because it would say like, "Oh Lord, he a coming."
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Did he? Yeah, I think he just gave up on DMing me because I'm bad about the like I'll respond in my head and think of a response and then like I don't actually do it physically.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad about that. I'll read something and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take it back in just a couple minutes.
Do you have a page with all the bot codes? Yes. So this week, guys, we're gonna turn on Trady Ticks. I said something else. Um, we're gonna turn on their bot. And essentially, I'm gonna give you guys a guide for it. But this thing, like, I don't know what it doesn't do. It tells you everything on every single stock. Like, it shows you the algorithms. I'm not even gonna explain all of it because it's just a lot. But um, yeah, we'll get that. Being a trend trader, would you say you do better trading away or back towards trends. I just need a trend. I would say I would say away, I guess, now that I think about it. You know, as you leave it, that would probably be where, you know, I would prefer to take a trade. So do I ever trade SPY? Never. Well, no, I don't. Atlas, yeah, well, I don't trade at all myself. Yeah. The only time I use it, and you guys can, those of you who trade with me, you guys can recall, the only time that I use it is as a hedge. That's it. It's not a rule. It's not a thing that I just realized very quickly that it was not the stock that I wanted to be trading. So, if you're in Rivian right now, I will leave my stream up because I'm gonna go ahead and guys, this is price action is excruciating. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, go eat a proper breakfast really quickly. And I'll keep my eye on the market. But at the moment, this is to a literal T, what we talked about last night, what Manny talked about this morning. We got that initial impulse volatility. We got that moves down to our targets. We did, in fact, hit that Rivian support on that channel right here. So if you take a look at that, needs a little adjusting. There we go. But we have hit that support. And so at the moment, you know the deal. We don't want a short support. We don't want a long until we see something that's obviously longable. Yeah, right now we just got to wait for a trade. Anything else is just forcing it. It can continue to flush, but at the moment, I would say that the fact that we are not moving down very well and that we have gaps and untouched resistance 1, 2, there's nothing there. So there's a possibility that we do end up trending back up to the upside. What do I think about taking trade patterns from the 1 day, then going to the 1 minute and trade micro breakouts? So I think I understand what you're saying. If you know what the setup is on the higher time frame, then it can give you insight onto what the price or what the range could be that day, or where you could, you know, the movement could be that day. So I mean, like, I would say that if you just were going from the daily to the 1, it's probably not a great idea because it's too zoomed out. You probably want to like move 1 step in, at least on the 4-hour or the hourly, before moving down to like that time frame. So can't hear you very well. Oops, sorry. Okay, so if you are oh, sorry. I've accepted this money isn't going to come fast with my risk, but $55 gain on Apple following my plan was solid. Still trying to control my emotions before upping my size. Any advance, my heart still races looking at candles. Then you have your answer right there, man. And I would say here's the next step. Okay, so tune out all of the noise. Pick a day. All right, pick a setup. Entry key levels. Entries, exits, stop losses. If you need to run it by somebody, that's totally okay. And then execute. That is how it's those little time. And it could be this first trade that doesn't work out, but that's the little bit 1% that you can put into because you have to build that confidence up. And if you use good risk management and you execute and do the things that you're going to do, and the FOMO and the emotions are going to try and change your system. We have to learn to regulate those. And that's it. You don't change things. So it's the emotional regulation, and we don't learn how to regulate these things in calm environments or away from it by engaging in those emotions and changing that reaction. So whether I try to practice remember to breathe, because a lot of the times I'll like catch myself trading and I'm like, I don't think I've breathed in a whole minute, like I'm just like holding my breath. Yeah. So I would say that upping your size until you feel confidence and if you want, right? So the way that I did it is because I started from 500, took it to 10K, repeated this over and over and over and over again, right? Sorry guys, I got
Austin, I'll give you
Passion.
my comment on that just a second. I'm scared. So I'm talking about the trading part.
But no. Rivian's spending like they're in Congress, right? But yeah, I would just say, you know, kind of start taking the training wheels off, and even possibly upping a little bit your size, so that way possibly positions that are more the risk to reward is better are easily accessible from there. So what I did was, you know, 500 to 10K, blowing that over and over. Then I decided, okay, well, I'm going to start taking profit on that. And then at some point, it was time to move up because I was able to put more into my account. And so I just moved up to $1,000. That was it. And I was like, and the goal was still 10K. But it allowed me to execute easier because I had the liquidity. But that's what I would say. So, but anyway, before Atlas, I know he's about to talk a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and close out. I'm going to leave the stream up on Rivian. Almost said Reddit. I do think that you can get one more leg down to 2640. I'm going to set an alert on it. If you're in the Discord, you're probably going to hear it go off. It can and will likely bounce there. So if you would like to secure a little bit more profit, that is totally okay. And I will be back for Power Hour, and we'll go ahead and reevaluate the market at that point and see if there is some trades going into tomorrow. So I'm still very new to trading, maybe 2 months ago. Oh, can you please describe your trading as we're trying to? So I'm primarily day trader, swing trader, trend trader. So this website is TradingView, and if you follow me on Twitter, that is I posted the link there. I buy one contract. You think two with good risk management would help? I started with 500, then added 2K, but kept my size the same so I could take on more trades through the day.
I think it's better to just if you were in trade put more vision for that trade, but you're then it's fine to keep like vision for say
Yeah.
like continue to use that money for other trades like if you see like but like for me I'll put like 30% of my account into a fixed scout because I'm so certain what's going on. Like the news is in my favor.
Not his whole net worth. I was just saying no. I just said not his entire net worth. I was just reminding people on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. Rivian. I just saying Rivian right here, back at support. Those of you in Rivian, 2635, you're more than welcome to take a little bit off of the table here. Of course, I would love to see a break of support, but I'm just not, that the setup does not feed into that. So it does look like it could wedge out here and give us another retest of 2660. So secure profits if you feel that. I'll take one off the table and leave it at that. It's still in play. So,
So on the CPI note and what is going on right now. So we had a really bad CPI print last week, SPY obviously. And then today we had to go gap because we anticipate that the Federal Reserve could potentially raise interest rates by 0.7. So we're going to get that done. If we come in, say, hey, we're instead, then expect the stock market to probably because right now we're pricing it at 0.75. So that's just my thought process on it. I honestly think they could pull a 0.75. And I've been saying that for 4 months because like inflation was supposed to coming down this past month. It didn't. Obviously, there's a mixed bag in that equation, right? And it is a big driver. But a lot of other things did lose. The price sensitivity did get lost there, so there was a decrease in price and there wasn't as much inflation. That's definitely great, but you still have to look at the entire basket and see what's going on. So I anticipate that we could get a definitely 0.75, and I see wouldn't be surprised if we get a 0.75. But like I said, if we get a 0.5, I would expect the market to rally because this price action is pricing in at 0.75.
Hey, watermelon root beer. I just really want you to explain everything that's going on with your profile. I was just looking at. I was just looking at. I did. I have never seen him. Obviously, kind of lurking in the background, but I just clicked on his profile, bro. It's just weird. I thought it looks like roasted watermelon because that's a thing that people do now. They like peel the watermelon. It's like a vegan thing, but holy shit,
Gross.
holy shit, meta. Oh, meta. Very nice. Do I feel something for this? Yes, it sucks to watch, but I'll get it again. We're close. We're close. Yep. Awesome, Julius. Have a great day, man. Just remember, be patient with yourself too. So little bit by day, one, if you can just improve every day, that will build up. 2 weeks, 1 month. So as long as you're okay with, obviously, you're taking. This is awesome to hear that type of feedback from somebody who's just starting, and those type of questions. So it's good stuff. Any pros here into weed stocks? Yeah, what's up? That's barbecue watermelon. All right, I was on the money. Welcome. By the way, hello, watermelon root beer. Nice to meet you. That's our guy, right? Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was nice. So what do you want to know about cannabis stocks? I mean, my thoughts on the So I'll give you one more breakdown on my fundamental, like what I think about cannabis stocks at the present moment. And when I'm not even, I just pulled up the chart, but I'm not thinking about the chart, and I'm not thinking about these stocks to buy for a bounce. I'm not thinking about these as a long-term investment. Hardly. There is the psychedelic space that's more attractive to me because it's still in the pre-cannabis phase, almost, if you will, where legality is still obviously questionable, and the sentiment hasn't yet shifted over there. But cannabis stocks in general have been able to capitalize mostly with obstacles, of course, being banking and stuff like that. But the same wave that hits Colorado and Oregon and all those first states that legalize, you have a very lucrative opportunity to go in there as a corporation and basically, if and a lot of people have failed miserably at this, but you're able to go and capitalize on not only local traffic but tourism traffic, which increased tenfold. So that being said, when the entirety of America is legalized, what do these companies have? And by legalization, we now open the door for cannabis companies from most of the cannabis companies are Canadian. So more American cannabis companies are going to sprout up as far as being on the market or even acquiring other companies. So I think that the winners in the cannabis market don't exist yet, or they're not in a place, or the market is not in a place where they are of any value as of right now. So I personally don't and am not bullish on the cannabis market at the moment, and I think that could get worse over time as that landscape changes. I do think that you'll see liquidity pumps like legalization, and that could give you, quick profits, day trades, maybe monthly, move. But at the end of the day, I believe that if you're looking at the cannabis stocks, the next gym is probably still being molded, or created, because it's really going to take innovation in that space to not only be profitable, because you have a lot of variables with cannabis, when you're growing it, when you're processing it, et cetera, et cetera. So transporting it, right? So there's a lot of things. You know who's going to be extremely profitable? Cannabis transportation, right? Any shipping of cannabis over state lines, because there's always going to be the cream of the crop, right? There's always going to be a scale of cannabis quality. And I think that can eventually play into certain brands taking over and dominating. But we've also, in the same breath, we have seen things like Cookies, right? That's a cannabis brand, for those who aren't familiar, associated with, well, I wouldn't even say associated, but created by a relatively well-ish known rapper. And then there was, of course, that Alora's there, able to push that image out. And so Cookies became quickly a very popular brand. But as soon as those cookies started to be commercialized, the quality dropped and people stopped buying it as much. And then it became your Walmart weed. Now, it's not that way, right? I wouldn't say it's not, well, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but it's not Walmart weed, but it's essentially, it's not the same. That's the only way that I could see. Walmart weed, I'm screaming. How do I share this? I've been trading for over full time. I've been trading for over 4 years. So share this live. Just hand your phone to somebody. I'm sorry, just kidding. It's the little right arrow in the bottom right hand corner. I'm sorry. Yes, so in Ontario we have value buds. The same thing in Oregon. So, and here's the thing: you're going to have, this industry is going to change face. It's going to fracture and break, and you're going to see companies dead, zero. You're going to see companies get bought out. You're going to see coagulation of the companies that are either have enough infrastructure to take over, and obviously put into something that can cohesively work inside of a larger company, or you're going to birth companies that can adapt and work with the space, obviously, as things advance. So my thoughts on the cannabis market is boo-boo. Shout out Kendrick Lamar. Oh, what's that? A bounce on Rivian? A cannabis gym? Yeah, that's... yeah, I was a professional cannabis product reviewer, so I worked for companies, well, I guess contracted, or whatever you want to say, but I not only just cannabis, but I was more or less interested in terpenes, how they affect your brain, CBN. There's thousands of chemicals in that plant that are going to be useful in the future, and that's more or less where my focus was. But I'm in Georgia now, so. All right, look at that, dude. Yes. Look at that chart. We moved. We hit it. Target smash. Yeah, a lot of people have the misconception, and that's something that'll eventually change. But at the moment, it's not going to. I think we bounce here. I think we bounce here, guys. We're at support. We are at support. Look at it. Look at it. Bam. Analysis. Slapped. 375 target hit. Hot diggity damn. I got to post this one. I'm posting this on my Twitter. Make sure to follow my Twitter, y'all. If you guys don't follow it, I posted a lot of this analysis last night. You guys can go check that out right there. Sheesh. Nothing like a little coagulation to start the day. That's a good word, isn't it? Coagulate. It sounds like a spell, like you're summoning something. What? Already in Rivian calls for a bounce. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, if you're doing that, being proactive, that's awesome. I'll leave this chart up on Rivian. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I do this every time. I'm gonna head out, and then 2 hours later. So that is a wedge extension, and looks like it's kind of moved into a channel. Yada yada me. So I am live every day, dude. My Discord is filled with step-by-step process that I wrote myself. I recommend reading Trading in the Zone, especially for a mentality check. But you are always free here to ask questions. But stocks didn't make sense and don't make sense to people until they buy them. Options don't make sense until you buy and sell them, or sell them, whatever the case may be. Things don't make sense until you put your hands on them and understand the thing that you're doing, because your brain doesn't have to, and your brain's not going to unless it has to. So you got to put it in front of yourself. So I've never seen the market this red. Welcome to hell. I'm just kidding. All right, I'll see you guys shortly. You guys have a good day. I'm glad I see the majority of people are profitable or being patient and sitting on cash, which is awesome to see. Really proud of you guys. But we'll see you guys a little bit later, all right? Peace.